Hey, good morning, Black Oak family. Ryan Ledden coming to you with an edition of Breakfast with Black Oak. Want to welcome all new clients. Again, we like to do this intro really quick so you know who I am, what we do, what is this video email that you are getting right now. So again, I'm Ryan, president of Black Oak Asset Management, and only clients get this video every single Friday. Sometimes it's like very, very important information. Sometimes it's just kind of chatting what's going on in the world today in our office, whatever it may be. So you may not work with me personally. You may work with some of our other advisors, whether that's Parnick, whether that's Damon, whether that's Autumn or Nick. We're all on the same team here. We're all under the same umbrella, if you will, from a company standpoint. You just may not know who the heck I am from who's this guy? So anyway, want to welcome everyone. Most of you have been attending and watching for a long period of time. And if you are new, no, I'm not an Oregon football fan. I do have an Oregon shirt on, and most of you know the reason why. We were just out there, but I had to buy something out there. I had to buy some kind of Oregon swag, and my family pretty much all got something out there. And so I thought, hey, I don't have whatever green color this is, don't have a colored shirt like that. So I thought I'd wear it because week 0 in college football is this weekend. Why they call it week 0, I don't know, because I know it's not the full landscape of college football schedule, but it will be next week over Labor Day. So we are looking forward to that. The weather surely does not feel like football season. It is god awful hot. Even my son's football schedule the entire week already got canceled for the entire week because of the heat. But then welcome to Atlanta. Next week it's like in the low 80s. So go figure that out. That's where we live. We miss school because it's cold, and we miss sporting events because it's too hot. I don't really get that at all. But yeah, nothing real new here. I mean, as far as like financially speaking, I kind of feels like the market feels like it's treading water. It feels like, it goes up for a few days and down for a few days. So I feel like we're in this kind of holding pattern. Hopefully not until the election. My God, that's a little over a year away, but we're already starting to get inundated with who our wonderful, wonderful potential elected leaders will be, no matter what side of the fence that you're on this stuff. But again, new listeners, I am not a political guy. It's both sides are polarizing. They may seem like they're different, but they're probably more alike than they are different. But I just don't like how it's polarizing. And I guess this new guy, what is it, Oliver Anthony, he's singing about it. If you haven't heard his song, he's number 1 on iTunes right now. He's basically talking about this. How the internet's divided people. And anyway, so he goes into a lot more detail and more animated with his words than I am, but I just don't like to get into it. Now I have to stay atop of those things, because there is a lot of financial connection to politics and what's going on in our country. So we do like to stay on top of that. But from a market standpoint, you guys know this. There's no crystal balls here at this office. It'd be great, but there are no crystal balls. So we stay the course. We take advantage of opportunities when you see them. But again, we're not going to jump in and out of the market. A lot of you already know this, but I've been talking about this. Again, safe money, quote unquote cash, whether it's a 3-month treasury, a CD, a money market mutual fund, these things are actually paying a decent amount of money. So if you got money sitting on the sidelines doing nothing, do something about it. Go to bankrate.com, bankrate.com. It shows high yield checking, savings, money market accounts. Find that stuff. I've mentioned on here, Schwab has a money market mutual fund that's paying really well. As the recording of this show, it's 5.21%. Those aren't guaranteed rates. They could fluctuate. They could go up. They could tick down. They're all based on interest rates. And as interest rates stay what they're at or maybe tick up, then those money market mutual fund rates stay pretty high, or those CD rates stay pretty high. Now, is it keeping up with inflation? No, it's still less. But I hear your argument is, well, 5.2% is a whole lot better than negative whatever percent based off what the market's doing. Now, for the year, it's up, but it's volatile. So market-based investments need to be for the long term. Cash, if you will, glorified cash, money market CDs, treasuries, those need to be for 3 years or less. That needs to be something that's going to earn some yield, if you will. But it's there. The principle's there for the most part. So anyway, that's kind of our main thing is take advantage of these things while they're out there, because a year and a half ago, these weren't even options. They were terrible. I mean, I've been in the business 12 years, and this is the first time I've ever been checking CD rates. It was never a thing before because they were so abysmal. Why would I tie my money up to get 1%? Makes 0 sense. And then 2022 happens, and then overnight these rates start jacking up because interest rates are so high, and then bank rates usually lag behind that, and that's kind of what we're experiencing now. So again, take advantage of what's going on, and call me if you have any questions on that, or reach out to the advisor that you work with on what these rates are and what does it do, and how quickly can I get my money out, things of that nature. And cash, you should be able to get your money out really quick. CDs usually have a holding period, 3 months, 6 months, 9-month treasuries have a holding period. So you just want to be aware of those things. And same thing on bankrate.com. You want to be aware of if there's any tie-up or holding period for your money. And hopefully not. Hopefully it's something you can get your hands on pretty quick. But let's take advantage while we have these things. As interest rates start coming down, whenever that day will be, then these safe money investments, they just won't pay as much because they're tied to interest rates. So anyway, that's kind of where I'm at now. Everyone, have a great weekend. Again, hopefully, fingers crossed, this is the last, knock on wood, 90s that we have for the year. I know Mother Nature likes to tease us here in the South. When fall comes around, there'll be one morning where it's like, 58 degrees, and then, the next week it'll be 75 in the morning. It always happens. But hopefully this is the last scorching heat that we are going to have, because it is hot. I went to a Braves game on Tuesday night, and the energy in that building was zero. We were playing the Mets. We won 3-2. It was maybe the most boring baseball game I've been to in a long time. I mean, people were miserable. I was miserable. I sweat, and man, I was nasty sitting in that seat. My son had fun, and his buddy had fun, but it was bad. So hopefully that's the last we got to see of that. But anyway, go Braves, and we'll see everyone next Friday leading into Labor Day weekend. I know everybody's looking for an extra long weekend and lots of college football. All right, be good.